Summer isn't quite over because we gotta talk about this fragrance right here. This is from Viktor and Rolf, and this is the newest addition to the Flowerbomb collection. This is Flowerbomb Tiger Lily, and we gotta talk about it. Let's get on into it. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is Marie here. Yes, we're doing a dedicated fragrance review to Viktor and Rolf's Flowerbomb Tiger Lily. This was actually gifted to me from the brand, so that's always great. However, my thoughts and opinions are my own. Y'all know that though. So fun thing about this fragrance backstory, I actually wasn't a fan of it, right? Like when I first smelled it, and you all know that is documented. In my spring 2024 first impressions video I did back earlier in the year, I told you all, I was like, I'm not really feeling this off of first impression, smelling it in the store and all that, right? But alas, now that I have a full size bottle of it, I've been able to wear it. I've had it now going on 2-3 months, so I can give a more detailed review, not just a first impression when I'm just walking through the mall. Yeah. So that is the basis of this review. As always, when it comes to dedicated fragrance reviews, I rate fragrances by 5 categories. First category is mood, and it is simply, when do I see myself wearing this fragrance? What time of year, when, what type of event, all of that. That is the mood section. Second category is strength, and that's on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being, this ain't nothing but water in a pretty bottle, to 10 being nuclear powerhouse juice. Third category is longevity, and that is how many hours long lasting is this fragrance, because we care. No matter what price point, no matter its designer, niche, independent, it does not matter. We care about longevity. Then the fourth category is this a compliment getting fragrance? Yes or no. And then the fifth category is the comparison category, meaning, does this smell like anything else? Does it remind me of anything else in my collection, and or have I already sampled or smelled before in the past? That's why we have that category. So now you know how we do things. Lipstick of the day today, everyone. I'm feeling kind of peachy nude because, hey, we're doing a tropical fragrance today. And this is from MAC, and this is Kind of Sexy, which is literally a peachy nude color. It's a oldie but goodie. Let me know what you think, and as always, details on the full face, beauty details will be in the description box below, so you don't have to ask questions about it. Next up, we have fragrance of the day, and since this is a dedicated fragrance review, of course, it's going to be the belle of the ball, and this big bottle right here, yes, this is the 100 ml size, y'all. This is Flowerbomb Tiger Lily. Here it is. Looks like the same type of packaging as the original Flowerbomb fragrance, but of course, the color is different. It's an orange bottle, and it does smell different from the original Flowerbomb. I also want to say that too. So, all right, let's get into the backstory and specs of this fragrance. So, concentration of this fragrance, you all, is an eau de parfum, and it did come out, y'all, as a spring 2024 release, which I think was a good idea. It came out early enough that you could get it in the springtime and you could rock it out into the summertime. So I think that was wonderful. So this fragrance does come in a multitude of sizes, which is good. So you all, it comes in a 10 ml travel size that retails for $38, and then there's the 50 ml size, which retails for $145, and then there is the 100 ml size. Again, that is the size that I have right here. The 100 ml size retails for $180. So yes, this is a designer, and designers are definitely getting up there. But of course, you can get it on sale now, you know, different coupons and things, and especially as we head into holiday season, I'm pretty sure you better get it at a discount for sure. Now let's get into the notes of this fragrance. So one thing I like about the imagery of it, you knew that it was going to be a summery type of scent for sure, because everything's orange, looking all exotic and whatnot, based on like the ads and the posters I've seen in the stores and whatnot. So it has keynotes out of coconut milk accord, there's tiger lily, and then there's mango, and then there's benzoin, and they literally have this scent written up, y'all, as a tropical escape. So it's meant to be a summery tropical escape, like that's actually per them, that's not me saying that. And they also say it's supposed to be a floral ambery type of scent with some fruit notes, which I mean, okay, with mango in it, I see where they're going with that. But let me tell you what I actually get from this fragrance. Brands can tell y'all notes and everything all the time, write-ups can be everything, but what do you, the person, actually get? You know, that's why we do these reviews. This is a floral fragrance, and I definitely get the mango. The mango is definitely in the middle of the scent. The coconut, I don't quite get as much of, but do I get more solar notes? Yes, I do. So mango, floral, and solar notes is what I get. And then to me, the coconut does come out over time. But initially, if you used to tell me this was supposed to be a coconut fragrance, I'd be like, no, it isn't. It's one you have to really wear, which means, you know, after you've purchased the bottle and really bathed in it, then you actually get that coconut note. So it's not prominent. Now, that's why I mentioned that. And now let's get into the rating system. You know, that's why y'all watched the video. So y'all, the mood of this fragrance, 100%, this is a summer fragrance. Now that I have to agree with how they wrote it up, and the imagery, the time of year it came out, all that, dead on, this is a summer fragrance. because you smell the like tropicalness in it because of the solar notes going on, and then you also get the fruitiness with mango, which a lot of us tend to associate the fruit of mango as a summer fruit, as a vacation fruit, that type of thing. So this is a summery and or vacation scent, depending on if you go to like a warm place, a tropical place. Even in December, it's still warm there, so you can wear this fragrance then. So that's why I say it's summer / vacation fragrance. And I also would like to say, to me, this is a daytime summer scent, daytime. Now let's talk about the strength of this fragrance, because I know everybody loves that category. So strength on a scale of 1 to 10, y'all, to me, it's a 6, meaning that I definitely smell it, but is it the loudest thing ever? Is it super strong? Does it fill the room? No, it doesn't. But do I know that it's there? Yes, I do. So I give it a 6. So slightly above average is doing just enough, which, to be fair, with this being a summer fragrance, summer fragrances that are marketed as a summer fragrance are not going to be the loudest thing ever. That just normally doesn't happen. They're meant to mesh with the warm weather. So that makes sense to me that it's a 6. So this is not Uber Beast mode, but yes, you can smell it. You don't have to look for it. Next category we have is longevity. Now, how many hours long lasting is this fragrance? This is the one I had to play with a little bit, because some days it was longer than others, but now I finally narrowed it down. To me, this fragrance really is about a 4-hour wear of a scent. And in my opinion, the reason I say I had to play with this scent was because if I wear it on, say, a little bit of a cooler day, which it kind of is now because the weather's starting to change, it isn't as strong and I have to retouch it at the 4-hour mark. However, when I was wearing this scent in the dead of summer, you all know I've had it since like July and all that. When I was wearing it in the dead of summer, when it was high heat and it was like 90+ degrees outside, oh, this was like everywhere. This lasted all day. It left a longer trail. Then it was more on the 5-hour to 6-hour mark, but all in all, without me having to overspray, I'm gonna say it's 4 hours for me, because this isn't a fragrance that I can just spray on in the morning and don't have to worry about it. No, I'm gonna have to touch it up. So on average for me, it's a 4-hour wear. But again, it does perform better in dead of summer high heat, because the sun actually activates this scent even more to me. Next category, is this a compliment getting fragrance? And I have to say, yes, it is. If you know anything about the OG Flowerbomb, the DNA, and the reason they keep even making flankers to that line is because that scent has such a mass appeal. That's why they've made other additions to it. And I gotta say, the DNA of the Flowerbombs is true. People love this DNA because this is one that gets compliments. It turns heads. The head elf actually loves when I wear this scent. He's asked me to wear this fragrance because, again, we're coming out of summer. He likes when I wear this one. So dare I say, it can almost even be date night approved, even though to me it's still more better for a day date in my opinion. But you know, we always say date night just out of like habit. But day date, yes, for sure. I would definitely agree with this one. But it gets a lot of compliments from men, women of all ages. It's a mass appealing scent, which, to be fair, it's a designer fragrance. Designer fragrances are meant to be mass appealing. So this one checks that box. Gotta give it its props on that. Now for the next category, the comparison category. Does this smell like anything else, or is it truly super unique? And I have to say, for me, no, this fragrance is not super unique. In fact, another designer fragrance comes to mind that is extremely similar to it in my opinion, and that is the Fame fragrance from Paco Rabanne. I want to say it came out last year. I remember smelling it last year. I even talked about it in another video, but that's the scent it reminds me of. And to be fair, when I look up the notes of Fame and whatnot, it has a mango note too. So I'm like, okay, that's where the correlation is. Both of them have that same style of mango note in them to me. Now they do have other notes that are different and whatnot. So like with Fame, they have jasmine and they have incense. So it technically goes in a different direction. But for me, the mango note makes these fragrances smell like cousins in my opinion. So I gotta say this, if you already own one, you don't necessarily need the other in my opinion, because it's the same type of mango note, if that makes any kind of sense. So like, for example, I don't own Fame. So for me, it's okay to have the Flowerbomb Tiger Lily in my collection, so it's not redundant. But if you already have, say, the Fame fragrance, to me, you wouldn't need this one because it would be redundant in your collection. You see how that works? So it is a mass appealing fragrance, but is it super unique? No, it's not. All in all, that wraps up my dedicated review, y'all, on Flowerbomb Tiger Lily. I have enjoyed wearing this fragrance. I found myself reaching for it more than I thought I would because, again, initially, I was not here for this fragrance. But, of course, when you have a full-size bottle of it, you can play it a little bit more. You're like, okay, let me see. And it is easy. It's an easy reach, and it smells like summer. It's been dead of summer, of course, down here with this Tennessee heat. So it did what it needed to do, so I've been enjoying wearing it. This was one I'm glad I got the opportunity to really test, play in, and most importantly, give a real dedicated review on. So, you know, sometimes we have to revisit fragrances so we can update our opinions on them. So that is my dedicated review, y'all. Let me know, have you smelled this fragrance? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Again, it brought me more joy than I thought it would, because again, I was not here for it at first. So, you know, hey, one thing about being able to play in it, you know, your opinions can change. Or sometimes later on you might even hate a fragrance. You know, it works both ways. Sometimes you can love fragrance, sometimes you can hate a fragrance, you know. Let me know what you think, y'all. And as always, I will read your comments and I will respond as always. Bye, y'all.